Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Angels with Scaly Wings. And I almost said on Factorio under Steam Day because, and I've been playing that a lot. Got it on, I can't remember if it was Sunday or Monday, but it was just so addictive that I was just playing it practically non-stop. Looks like my camera's good. Alright, so we have finished with, yes, Factorio is very good. I have an iron shortage in my base. I completely mined out my starting copper and iron fields. I have way too much coal. And I'm just basically spamming trains to go out and get me iron and steel. And coal and water, coal, oil, and iron and steel. I actually have one of my iron mines having a series of furnaces that will smelt it straight into iron and then straight into steel before sorted off into the train and brought back to my base. I am now floating in some resources, but I am severely lacking in others. Anyways, that would be for another time, I suppose. Looks like there are some messages on the answer machine. Let's see. I just wanted to update you. I still don't have an open spot in the facility for your test, but I'll be free if you want to cash in on your reward. You know, I'm busy, so this is your chance for your date, if you even still want to go through with it. Take it or leave it, I don't much care either way. In any case, you know where to find me. I guess the choice is mine. Alright, so this is the first encounter in Chapter 2 then. So we have the option of going with Anna or... who else were we checking out? I think it was Remy. Yeah, Remy, for the purposes of his, Anna's sick. I think Malcolm might actually be the only one in chat right now. I don't think I see Justin anymore, so it might just be Doppel for now. Alright. So, just to... yeah, that's not a problem, Doppel. I'm not expecting you to really respond as such. I was just checking if anyone else is actually around. So, for the time being, I suppose... we'll go with Remy real quick, and I'll assume, Doppel, you want to skip, because this is not anything relating to Anna yet. This is his house. As you wish, skipping ahead. Alright, so just getting back into the scene after Remy dropped a cake. Don't worry about it. I still think it was a nice evening. Maybe you should stop being such a sourpuss then. I can help you clean up. Thank you, Cabbage. We cleaned up together, and by the end he seemed to be in higher spirits. Afterwards we said our goodbyes and I left, not sure what to think. Nothing going on today, guess I can do whatever. Alright, so we are not going to meet with Anna, and we're going to repeat the order again back in Chapter 3. Because Remy, in his Chapter 3, will tell us that Anna is sick before we get the, Anna, hey, I know you're sick. How do you know? Alright, so we're just on time. Now, where is she? Hello? What's this? Looks like a message. Something came up at the last second. Wait for me, it shouldn't be long. Anna. Yes, at the last second is meant in a literal sense here, or else she could have just called me. Guess we're playing the waiting game then. Okay, it's been like an hour, and my patience is slowly but surely running out. We're gonna wait, we're not gonna go home. I've waited this long, so I guess I can wait a little longer. I'm not sure who the world record holder for a most patient person is, but now I feel like a contender. Still no sign of her. Waiting in a nutshell. Hello, Justin. Alright, so here's a question now that you're here, Justin. Should we continue to wait, or should we try and get into her lab? This is totally not breaking an entry. You wanna wait? Alright. Well, if she doesn't show up soon, I'm done. There you are. Where have you been all this time? Reading comprehension must not be your strong suit, because my note clearly said I'd be back soon. Note to self. The word soon now refers to a time span of over 2 hours when waiting for a scheduled appointment. Has it really been that long? It certainly didn't feel like it. So it turns out we've seen this before. No, we're not skipping ahead. As you wish. We're gonna try and get the impressed status, right? 2 hours long. Yeah, that's nothing. I suppose if you're doing nothing and just standing around, it can feel like a long time, but if you actually have something to do, then it goes by so fast. As an example, from my spamming Factorio, it didn't feel like 2 hours, but I've been playing since like 10 AM, and now it's already 4, so it's 6 hours time span. Alright, sorry for making you wait. 10 hours straight? I did actually play Factorio 10 hours straight in the past few times. Sorry for making you wait. You better be. We could answer let's just go, or losing track of time happens to the best of us. Alright, Justin, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking on you for now. It's all left to Justin. Unless Justin himself is also occupied. Right, I did play Spyro 2 back on the PS1. Back when I was a kid, I think early teens. I did so for, I mean, I didn't play it straight 36-ish hours, but I was awake for that long because I played it all night and then scrolled and then played it again and paused and passed out. You win this round, just. Okay, I'm gonna be picking, sorry, I'm sick. I've never falsely claimed to be sick before. And I kinda backfired with my dad a bit, even. Is, not that I was claiming to be sick, but because I am sick, I just go to the TV or something and start playing games. My dad just says, yeah, if you're well enough to be able to pick up a controller and push buttons, you're well enough to go to school and pick up a pencil. My mom was also the complete opposite at the same time, because you're going to be sick, you're not going to be able to focus, and you're going to be spreading it around to other children and stuff. They're going to be sick, and same problem. Alright, so it happens to the best of us. Well, it happens all the time to me, Anna. I guess we missed our movie. Can't we see the late screening or something? That was the late screening. The theater's closed now. Back when the virus was a thing. This was back before the virus was a thing. This was back in like 2002-ish? It was when I was really young. Definitely the 2000 to 2005 range somewhere. Maybe we should reschedule. That won't work, at least not for me. Today was the only day I could leave early. I won't have another chance anytime soon. So what do we do now? Maybe the coffee place is still open. I don't know. Also extreme. Young Doppel. I guess that's better than nothing. Right, I believe we do have the dirt from Tatsu Park right now. Closed as well. That's just peachy. Why do you keep working so late anyways? Because what I'm doing is important. I understand wanting to see things through to completion. How long have you been working on your current project? Not long enough to finish it. That's not good. You're going to burn yourself out. So what? Is your work really worth jeopardizing your health over? You're not going to help anyone if you're dead. Recorded stuff in an abandoned mall. I don't remember that myself. If I don't finish this, no one else will. No one else can. Besides, I was only late today because I got your stupid blood work ready. You have the test results? Yeah, want to know what I have to say about them? Definitely. Okay, how much do you know about genetics? Justin, how much do you know about genetics? The malls were closed in your area, the boarded walls and security. Really? I don't believe there's any security at all in my area. I think the mall is actually still open. Maybe not the mall itself. I know the temp. No, what was it? Shoppers Drug Mart. I don't know if that's specific to Canada. I think it is. It's basically a small little grocery store, or the drugstore, I guess. That's still open. I know that. I think the mall itself is open because I thought last time I was there, the doors were open. Minecraft series, which the same one that he said counts beautiful. Oh, wow. I must not have been quite paying attention or remembering. I don't remember much about that stream, except that we started the meme Cow was beautiful because Doppel said he would be teased for months. Alright, so what was Anna last saying? How much do we know about genetics? And then I asked you, Justin, how much do you know? Justin made a meme. A little bit, I guess. Don't worry, I'll put it into words that are easy for you to understand. Yeah, that definitely makes sense, because I was only, yeah, Doppel said, Cow was beautiful, that's gonna be a meme. Justin made it into a meme, it'll be for months, definitely. Next movie night, you'll stream a vlog of you in the abandoned mall. It's long. Sounds good, Doppel. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll be free basically any day except Thursday evenings, and that's actually about it. Basically, anytime Thursday evening to early Friday morning, I'm not available. Rescue from 2009, wow. That was a little bit before I got sick, but I still had a full head of hair. Big, messy, curly afro. Hard to find that video file. All the external data storage devices that Alpha must have, I could imagine that being hard to find. Doppel is more extreme than us. Alright, back to Anna. To start off, I found that on average, about 90% of your genes are homologous to our species' genes. It may seem like a lot, but to put it into perspective, about 50% of your DNA is also shared with fruit. Further elaborate, you and your human neighbors back home are probably around 99.9% genetically similar. If you compare the various sentient species we have here to each other, they would only be around 95 to 97%. As for what exactly all of this tells us, although a match of 90% sounds like a lot, it's not as much as you might think. Still, we're two beings from a different world altogether. That's quite remarkable. Beyond DNA, the biggest similarity between us is within the brain structure. That's not surprising considering our high-level cognitive abilities. Doppel gameplay videos reacting to 2009 young Doppel gameplay videos. Oh yeah, reacts video to young Doppel Puppy. That'll surprise Maverick. What do you mean? He doesn't seem to like humans very much. I'm sure he'll be displeased to know how similar we are. Oh, he doesn't like anyone, really. He's just like me in that way. Yeah, you two would make a great couple. You're a little late for that. I'm already his ex-girlfriend. Really? How did that go? Not how you might think. It actually went pretty well, for a while at least. But in the end, we both got too absorbed in our jobs until we realized we had drifted apart too much, and agreed it would be better if we just broke up. I still respect him for the work he does. I mean, we even used to solve crimes together. I'd be in the lab running tests, he'd be out in the field chasing after the perps. Those were good times. This actually reminds me, I wonder if the comic has been updated this week. I guess nowadays he chases after me. What? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But if you know him, maybe you can help me out. I certainly can't help you out if you don't tell me what's going on. Okay, this is just between us, alright? Sure, whatever. Maverick is convinced that I'm the accomplice of a crime. He made a point to tell me that he's searching for proof to legally arrest me, or worse. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Really? It's nothing. You can't find any proof that doesn't exist. Still, it doesn't feel nice to be threatened and stalked, especially by someone like him. That's just him. He gets way too into it, and once he sets his sights on something. I noticed. It's his job. What do you expect? I wish he'd just leave me alone. He wasn't always like this, you know. A couple of years ago, he was assigned to this one case. He was still relatively new on the force, young and eager to help. Then reality came crashing down on him. There was a serial killer who shook up the whole town. The victims were apparently eaten. He later found out that the killer's actions were the results of a degenerative disease, which brought his feral nature to the foreground. Kinda looking at Cabbage's corpse. Mind if I borrow more of your blood tissue? Oh, wow. Well, Cabbage isn't, denying it, so sure. Wow. Feral nature to the foreground. At that point, he was just like a wild animal turned into a cannibal that hunted under the shadow of night. Everyone in town was up in arms, terrified that they'd be next. The police did everything they could. A curfew was instated and patrols guarded the streets at night. Then they found him munching on his fifth victim. Poor little Maverick was not prepared for what he would find. Oh, you're dead, sorry, corpse? I don't think she would be the one to apologize to a corpse. She's not the one to really apologize in the first place, except that she if she likes us. Literally good or impressed status minimum at the end of chapter 3. Stand back, Maverick. I'll handle this. Miles? It was his brother. Step away from the body, Miles. Miles couldn't comprehend their words and only saw a rival who wanted to take away his prey. And he wasn't just about to let go of it without a fight. And again, I can't apologize. And again, I can't apologize. But corpse, you stink. Miles raised his head from his kill, blood dripping from his maw. The officer's breaths were smothered by the deathly stillness of the night. Fangs bared, the feral dragon snarled and stood strong in front of his meal, prepared to protect him from the two who would intrude upon his territory. Whatever this is, Miles, it's over. Don't make it worse now. In an instant, Miles was upon Bryce. It flashed in a flurry of teeth and claws. Miles had the advantage with his small frame and quick movements. Bryce could not get a clear hit in. It all happened so fast that Maverick didn't know what to do. They rolled on the ground and Bryce ended up on his back, as helpless as a turtle. Miles pinned him and clamped his jaws on his neck. Bryce's claws were the only thing preventing Miles from biting down, and they were slipping, slick with blood and quivering with fatigue as he tried to push him off. For a brief moment, Bryce thought he'd be at his end, when the jaws suddenly relaxed and he was able to dislodge them. When he looked up, he saw that Maverick had managed to get Miles from behind. He bit through his brother's neck from above. Blood flowed down Maverick's jaws and over Miles' lifeless body. Bryce had been saved, but the young dragon wore a wide-eyed, empty stare. Maverick blamed himself for not taking better care of his brother. He knew Miles had problems and was taking medication for it, but he wished he could have done more to help him. The medication wasn't the right one, by the way. Maverick takes solace in the fact that he was able to save Bryce, but he's never been the same since the incident. Now he scrutinizes everyone and everything. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to help. How that's supposed to help me. It doesn't, but now you know why he is how he is. It's not unusual for him to act like this, so you might just have to wait it out. Anyway, let's get back to your test results. Since you're so interested, did you want a copy of them? Yeah, I'd appreciate that. No problem. I also heard, I heard you also wanted Rez's blood. Of course, I invited him over too. That was before you arrived here. And I thought what we had was special. Oh, it is. Rez was too stuck up to agree to anything. You wouldn't even participate in an exhilarating round of trivia board games? Not even that. Can you believe it? I can almost see the sarcasm dripping from your mouth. Still, it's kind of a shame. It would have been interesting to compare your blood to his. What a shame indeed. Let's just enjoy a romantic date in the back alley of the coffee shop. Of course. Unless you want to take this someplace else. What, you don't like hanging around dirty back alleys? Anna blushing after telling a sad story of Maverick. Naughty. Alright, so, Justin? Would we prefer to take this someplace inside? Would we prefer someplace less dirty? Or... Actually, I do. Hang around back alleys. Actually, we do like hanging around back alleys. Dirty back alleys. And I see that my primary monitor has just lit up over here. Just really quickly taking a look at the comic. This one. There we go. Nope, same page. Anna hunting? That's not coming up yet. I think that's basically scripted. This is basically 3 stages of impressed, being she likes it. She, well, I guess really likes it. There's neutral, and there's I don't like that answer at all. That's basically what it comes down to for most of all the choices, and I do is probably the most impressive option. That's the spirit. Kinda getting hungry. Figured we'd be having a meal on our date. What, can you go a few hours without having to stuff your face? I could offer you a handful of dirt. That's your date, savage. Now this one, we should be picking, we already have our own dirt because we picked it up in Tatsu Park. Anime hates women, but her naughty version doesn't. I think the way to look at it for her own words is actually, she hates everyone, but she just doesn't hate us. And for our own response towards her, we don't hate you too. Alright, so let's pick up the dirt, I suppose. Well, pick up the dirt. We already have the dirt. Sorry, but I already have my own dirt. Oh really? What kind of dirt would that be? Only the finest governmentally funded dirt from Tatsu Park. Your filthy back alley stuff has nothing on this. You win this round. Either way, a side dish would be nice. I know this one place that never closes. Let's go there. Sure. After several minutes of walking, Anna led me to the outskirts of town. We arrived at a farmhouse on one side. Fields stretched towards the horizon, and on the other were lush green hills with dense populations of animals. What kind of restaurant is this supposed to be? Self-serve. I seriously doubt that. So we can actually answer, well, that is one of the options. You're a bad girl, Anna. Or I'm no filthy thief, I'm out of here. Yeah, let's actually make a quick save. I'm sure that last one is going to be, leave Anna entirely. So let's put over 2. Funny how I say that I'm not scaly, yet I act like it. Alright, so, while you pick 1 or 2, I'm just gonna see how we just get out of here. Really, you're gonna bail out after coming all the way here? Fine, go ahead and start. Yep, we just left. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely not picking that one. Which one, Justin? Seriously, you doubt it's self-serve, or tell her what a bad girl she is? Okay, 2. I know. How well can you hunt? Me? Even if I knew how, it's not like I have any equipment here. Equipment? What a sissy! You've got hands and teeth, what more do you need? A long-range weapon, maybe? Like fire? I suppose even you could make use of that. Alright, since I'm apparently the only one capable of acquiring food, I'll be right back. Anna walked over to the fence enclosure of animals that reminded me of sheep. She crouched and squeezed herself through the bars, after which I lost sight of her. Waiting gate 2.0, start. Cabbage, a long-range weapon. It took only a couple of minutes for her to return, dragging one of the animals behind her with new, now bloody jaw and hands. Dinner's ready. We have Rez's gun if we wanted to do the evil ending again. What kind of animal is this? It's called a moklong. Anyways, do you have a part you prefer? See how nice I am? I'm even letting you choose first. Alright, so, Justin, you want the opal, the rump, anything will do, or not hungry anymore? I'm sure the not hungry anymore might also just exit the scene again. Which one Papa wanted? I'm pretty sure it was whichever one was white, and I don't actually know that myself. Maybe it was anything will do? It was, whichever opal or rump is white meat, or anything will do. Opal? Alright, thanks, Doppel. Hi, Doppel. Alright, so I'm guessing that Justin will want to go with opal as well, for Doppel's suggestion. Alright, fair enough. Good choice. Using one of her claws, she skinned the dead Mopon and divided it into various pieces. You want yours grilled or raw? Grilled. Unless prepared properly, raw meat carries a significant risk of disease for us. How inept can your species even be? You can't hunt on your own and you need tools to help you at every step. You don't even have claws to cut things up. I'm not sure how you could ever survive in the wild. Seriously, what god did you piss off to end up like that? First option, evolution. So I know this because I always choose rump for some weird reason. Alright. Then we have, 3 options. I personally always pick, we were made in God's image. Alright. Doppel wants no idea. Justin, how about you? Diffuse the question. Only if feature was there. Alright. Oh man, if we started this game named as feature instead of cabbage. It's a feature. Alright, Justin, I'm guessing you're gonna be, you have no idea? I have no idea. It's kinda sad when you look at it from that perspective. So many different species have so many amazing natural abilities that it seems like we got the bad end of the deal. Alright, so you did confirm 3, fair enough. We always held on to the fact that we had our brains and intellect, but now that we found you, that doesn't really make us unique anymore. Mother Nature has been so cruel to your race that I almost feel sorry for you. She opened her maw wide before a liquid shot out from both corners of her mouth, and onto the ground below, the parts of the Mopon she had prepared. After a few seconds, the liquid burst into flames, heating up our dinner. That's a neat trick. I bet you wish you could do that, huh? No, I'm not a monster. That'd be wicked cool, or... I'm not sure. Spyro wants to know Anna's location. Why would Spyro want to know her location? He has, like, Cinder and Ember and Laura, depending on what game you're playing. Alpha says that'd be wicked cool, fair enough. I think that'd be cool. Justin is unsure. Alright, so that would be cool as well. right? It comes in handy. How does that work, anyways? Don't you ever burn your mouth? Not at all. They're actually two completely different components. You only catch fire when a sufficient quantity of both is present. Interesting. Now, it was last year winter when I actually had influenza A. My chin just swelled up because my saliva gland was stockpiling saliva in the wrong area or something. So, I could just imagine some really horrendous results if somebody were to get sick with, like, influenza. The flames weakened and grew smaller until they went out, revealing steamy, appetizing pieces of meat. Help yourself. I grabbed a piece, but dropped it as soon as I felt the heat on my fingertips. Ouch, that's still hot. Can't take a little heat, huh? That's too bad. Unaffected by its temperature, she took a piece into her hand, tore a chunk out of it with her teeth, and started chewing. Guess your skills are a good insulator. Evidently so. How does it taste? Just wonderful. Stolen goods always taste best. I can already picture the old farmer reduced to tears after he discovers one of his precious wolfwants is gone. Oh, the shrug was for the Sparrow comment. You're a wild one, Anna. Seriously, knock it off. Or, what a shame. I feel like what a shame would be the moderate option, and seriously knock it off is the ticker off. One? You're a wild one, Anna. I don't even know where I did it. I can't at all make that relation justice. Thanks, I could teach you a thing or two. I think it should be cool enough for your sensitive little fingers now. Carefully, I grabbed one of the pieces, which by now had indeed cooled down enough to not burn me anymore, and took a bite. It was a little bland, I had to admit, but not bad for something that was still alive less than an hour ago and prepared in the wild. How do you like your mofon a la Anna? It could use a few spices. I feel like a wild animal. And that is out of order if you're going by audio cues, Stoppel. You could use a few spices, not bad, or I feel like a wild animal. You feel like a wild animal? Oh, I've never actually picked that before. Okay. I feel like a wild animal. Quite different from sitting in an expensive restaurant and using their fancy cutlery and napkins, isn't it? Okay, so that was a good choice. Yeah, I like it. How often do you just go out and hunt on your own? Only when necessary, or when I feel like it. I still go to fancy restaurants because I can afford it, but they don't mean much to me. For me, it's all about the experience, and one isn't necessarily better than the other. Yeah, she clearly did like it. I can see your point, this is unusual but fun. Or we could have said that we just preferred their fancy restaurant. For me, personally, I'm not an outdoorsy person. So I would have otherwise liked the restaurant, but hey, the price here is right. One, this is clearly unusual but fun. I think I would actually be ambivalent in this case. If I were on a date and somebody else was able to prepare meat carefully and everything, then sure, I wouldn't mind being out here like this. Entirely. I'm just not an outdoorsy person. Anyways, I'm stuffed. Me too. There's still plenty left over. What are we gonna do with it all? We can just leave it here. Hey, maybe the old farmer will help himself to it. Now we're being cheeky again. How nice of us to leave some for him. Won't this attract predators or something? Talk about recycling. I took a vacation, and one of the destinations was a rundown computer shop with no PC. Huh, I can see that being murder on PCs. And maybe the inside of the shop being 50C. All about the experience. That reminds me, didn't you do Computer Simulator for a little bit, Doppel? That'd be kind of fun to watch again, I think. Might have been somebody else that I was watching. I know I did watch it from someone else, though. Need to finish that? Fair enough. Be right back. Alright, so Justin. Do you want to say how nice of us to leave something for the poor farmer? Are we gonna question, isn't this gonna attract predators? Or are we gonna say, talk about recycling? Excuse me. I'm feeling rather tired, and I'm gonna be going back to Factorio after this. Alright, Doppel wants to talk about recycling. I don't think I picked that one myself. I always feel how nice of us to leave. Yeah, how nice of us to leave something for the farmer. Hey, it's wheat. 100% biodegradable. Well, that's true. We should probably leave before that senile has-been wakes up from his evening nap. That doesn't look like evening. That looks like it's middle of the night. In fact, that looks like it's really early morning. Yeah, let's go. Well, that was interesting. Wait a minute, I've got something for you. Here you go. Your test results, black on white. Thanks, but you didn't really need to spend all that extra time getting this done today. I just wanted to get it over with when I had the chance. Maybe you should start thinking about not working so late on a regular basis. It might do you some good, Anna. You know, I think you have a point. That's impressed status. I haven't been feeling like myself lately. There are various reasons for that, but working too much might be one. Today was kind of fun, so I should make an effort to get out every once in a while. Speaking of which, now that our date is officially over, we should talk about your end of the deal. A person making his own prosthetic hand. Interesting. Of course. There's an opening soon where I can fit you in. I'll call you with all the details. I shall be looking forward to that. Yeah, we're being dragged into a laboratory experiment. I'm looking forward to being experimented on. Alright, so we have grief and passion here. Alright, so this has been a relatively short time so far, I believe. And it's fine. Oh my! Yes. Let me actually bring up the status again, just so that you can see passion. Poor Remy actually in the grief and everything, and then Anna in the passion. Most of the time, yeah, we can do a fair bit of investigating still. And then I'll call the stream for Chapter 3, unless you want to more or less skip to the third chapters, Remy and Anna again. The morning sun declared the arrival of a new day and woke me from my vivid dreams. Memories of my home enclosed with the towering perimeter wall raced through my head. The peaceful landscape outside the apartment window stood in defiance of these old thoughts. Rolling hills and blue skies were familiar to me now, and the purity of the sight gave me hope. So I'll just be going through this reading until Waffle and or Justin tell me if you want to skip or not. Cabbage, please come with me. Oh yeah, this is also going to be a critical point for Anna. What's going on? You sound serious. The Chief will explain everything once we arrive. Okay. You can skip? Fair enough, alright. We should be able to get the chapter 3, both of them in this stream. Remy and Anna. Hey Chief, Cabbage is here. Thanks, Sebastian. You can deal with the situation here while I talk to Cabbage, alright? Of course. Cabbage, I've got some really bad news. Well, what is it? You know Anna, right? I've met her, yes. We've more than met her. How about her assistant? That actually reminds me, what's the status on Anna? Yes, she's impressed. To be honest, when I played this, no skip, take the whole thing, living life over and over again. Yeah, I think I might have been doing it a few times I did skip. Probably like 20 times in some 30-40 runs. Otherwise, I would be holding down Control or Tab or something to just go past the animations. Yeah, it's an immersion thing. I was kind of in and out of it, just sort of skipping ahead here and there, but I was going through it again and again because, like you say, we are going through it again and again. So I just read it. I didn't so much read it, I skipped bits. Oh, you've read the whole game multiple times? Yeah. I'm still forgetting details here and there because I haven't actually read everything consistently, but it is a very good game. I very much enjoyed it. How about her assistant? Do we know her assistant? I met him once or twice. Heh, no we didn't. I don't think we actually met Damien at all in this run. It was all Anna. I met him once or twice. Well, that's him. Are you okay? Alright, Justin, Doppel, if you're available, Doppel, that is. Are we fine? Or do we not know? Fine? Alright. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just get this over. Alright, see you, Doc. Grace nodded. I don't think I've ever actually picked that one before. And here's more bad news. The blood we found on the first victim in town matches the DNA evidence found on the second victim at the power facility. Furthermore, the murder weapon and method appear to be the same across all 3 victims. That's going to be a big problem for you. Why is that? Because with these 3 murders, Reza now qualifies as a serial killer. We won't be able to keep this whole thing quiet for much longer. Higher authorities, including the ministry in charge of the whole visit, will know about this soon. I have no idea what will happen once they do. I'm not sure just what to say to that. I don't want you to worry, but we can be sure that the actions will be taken soon. I've been considering the possibility for a while. I think it might be best if you went back to your own world for now. This way we can take action before the ministry does, before this all becomes public. If we wait, we don't know what they'll do, or how the public will react. With everything that's going on, it's too dangerous for you to stay here. No. This would be the worst possible time for me to leave. We've given up our PDAs and hardly anything to show for it. Arrowed several more generators, and let's not forget that Reza is still missing. If I leave now, the only thing I will return home with is my life. I'll have lost everything else. We need those generators, Brace. I have no idea if your authorities will continue to uphold our deal, or what they do to Reza, but I'm not leaving until this is over. If that's your decision, then so be it. So it turns out we've seen this before. Yes, we have already voted to skip, apparently. So let's just, go to strong window. As you wish. Alright, just shared one of his bits in Discord. It is a very long one. When it always comes to describing that bit of humanity and Izumi knocking us unconscious, those are probably... oh, that's the prosthetic amp, interesting. Combined, those are the two longest scenes in the entire game, or it compiles the longest scene in the entire game. And, whew, it's a lot of reading. Alright, so for investigation time, what do you guys want to do? Visit the production facility, the police archives, or visit the store? Regarding Anna, we should be able to visit the production facility and ask Anna some questions. Regarding the archives, I don't think anything is going to benefit towards us, towards Anna. And I don't believe visiting the store is going to do anything towards Anna either. Alright, so production facility and store to save Barrow, but I'll start heading to the production facility then. Alright, fair enough, Dumbledore. Oh yeah, I forgot, Lorm's here. Hey, Cabbage. Lorm, right? Yep. Did you get a chance to think about what I told you last time? Don't worry, I didn't lose your number. They just kept me pretty busy, so I don't have much free time, really. Well, if anything changes, give me a call. I will. I gotta go now, so take care. You too. This should be the right place. Hey, Cabbage. I didn't even call you about the test yet. To what do I owe the honor? I have a few questions about the murder of the colony. Is that so? Why do you get to go around asking questions like that? Is it a matter of human interest? Actually, yes, you could say so. Yes, it is very unfortunate. Interesting. What's in it for me? Hey, I already agreed to your test. I'm not sure what else I could offer you, besides... I am working with the police, and your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. I do remember a snippet of dialogue here if you're already talking with Norm on the sides, instead of, in our case, Anna. And apparently he's here at the production facility just picking up some supplies and stuff. I think that's what he said. Oh, you're working for our police? Now you really have my attention. I want to see where this is going, so by all means, go ahead. Alright, so, our list of questions here, I'm going to assume Double wants to ask all of them. What happened the last time you saw him alive? That'd be your assistant, Damien. How many hours do I have for this? Let me check my itch real quick. And on Steam, it'll be literally how much time I spent on stream. Maybe a little bit extra time while I'm shutting off and getting a screenshot. Jeez. Alright, so on my notebook here, I have 31 hours from itch. And on Steam here, I have 65 hours. I can't imagine Grant, to be honest. He had 128 hours, I believe. And I believe Grant is also a Patreon supporter for Saunders, so he also has an inside scoop of what Saunders is actually doing next. And in theory, this is no evidence theory that Saunders is possibly working on a sequel to this game. Saunders has confirmed on an itch comment that he, or she, I don't actually know if it's Saunders is male or female, but Saunders has confirmed that Saunders is working on another game. He or she just hasn't actually confirmed if it's a sequel or something else entirely. Anyways, Justin, are you up for just literally picking every option here? I also like how we've come here with all the questions from I'm working for the police. Alright, let's see where this goes. See ya! Let's actually see that real quick. Is there a special dialogue for showing up? See ya! What? You didn't even ask me a single question! You know what? I don't have time for your games. Time to head back. Alright, does that mean that we actually... Oh, she's still impressed. Alright. Saunders, I'm so glad that you added that little bit of dialogue for hi, I've got questions. Alright, what are they? See ya! What? Small thing. A little bit of extra effort to just add in. That was great. Alright, so Justin, I'm guessing you want to ask all questions. When did we last see him alive? I saw him yesterday evening. There were some tests I needed to run overnight, so instead of staying late to set them up, I had Damien do it. That's what colleagues are for, right? That sounds more like an assistant, not a colleague. Can you tell me what happened when you found him? I might have left early yesterday, but I made up for it by coming in early today, before anyone else. That's why I was the one to find him. I was on my way to my office when I saw him lying in the middle of the hallway in a puddle of his own blood. What was your relationship to him? We were colleagues, nothing more. I heard that you didn't particularly like him. Yeah, that's not unusual. I don't like most of them. He really didn't like me, though. Why's that? He was jealous of my success, and it showed. He seemed very calm for someone whose colleague was just murdered. People die every day. It's a simple fact of life. Besides, I don't see you crying about him either. I didn't know him that well, so it's not like someone I actually cared about died. The world stops spinning for no one. Life goes on. For me, that means being without an assistant for a while. That's all. Thank you, Anna. My pleasure. Time to head back. Before deciding my next move, I returned to my apartment for a moment of rest. A small piece of paper had been slipped under my door while I was gone. Don't go to the portal was all it said. I considered the possibility of a hidden message, but it was unlikely. The statement was blunt and quickly scrawled. Someone clearly didn't want me to go to the portal, but why would I go there in the first place? I was out of order right now, such an action would serve no purpose. I looked outside the window at the portal's faint silhouette in the distance. The paper rustled between my fingers as I fidgeted with it, wondering about the message's sender and significance. My train of thought was violently interrupted by a sharp burst of gunfire echoing from the portal. I had to think fast. The gunshots ensured Rez's involvement. He was at the portal. The question was, why? If this was his attempt to flee back to the human world, he would receive a rather unpleasant surprise the moment he would try to use the portal. Or maybe Sebastian's theory was correct, and Reza held the parts needed to repair the portal, in which case, his escape could be imminent. The gunshots themselves for another question. Was someone trying to stop him? The police patrol may have seen him, and he may have been taken by surprise. This could be another murder in progress. But all his murders were committed with a sharp weapon, or not a gun. He didn't want to be heard. Besides, it was only early evening and the town was still bustling. If Reza wanted to stay hidden, he was doing a rather poor job at it. Of course, there was also the possibility he wanted to be heard. But who would he want to attract? What happens if we go to the portal? We run over there, we get knocked down by Azumi, taken to the bushes, we're warned that Maverick is nearby, we're oh crap. And then we sort of limp back to the apartment, and we do not get a second investigation. So we, Doppel wanted to visit the store for Kara. So if you're curious, I will roll some dice to see if you if the dice want to go to the portal, or if they want to check on Bara. Who would you want to attract? It would obviously be us. The police? Maverick? It could easily be attractive for those hunting him. And that technically included me. But I wasn't sure if he knew my involvement in the investigation. Just go to the store? Alright. We can try running to the portal some other day. And I believe we have run to the portal back in the evil ending. There's also a very real possibility that he knew my apartment was close enough to the portal to hear a gunshot. Could it be a signal for me? Regardless, the words I held in my hands were unmistakable. Don't go to the portal. What should I do? Go to the portal. Ultimately, I trusted the mysterious message. Rami's list of phone numbers given to me when he brought me to the apartment in the first place proved to be a valuable tool. I dialed the emergency line and was greeted by a calm voice asking me about my emergency. The gravity of the situation was understood, and I was advised to stay inside until further notice. The team was dispatched to deal with the situation while I waited from my window. I tried to catch a glimpse of what was going on at the portal, but I couldn't see much. The dark of night was fast approaching. About an hour later, I was informed the team had searched the perimeter, though no trace of Reza was found. I was given the go-ahead to continue with my investigation, but I was free to stay here if I felt unsafe. Alright, so visit the store. Oh, it's her again. If you've mixed up the prescriptions again, then I can't help you. I can't refill this one. We're just about to close, so you'll have to bring the right one tomorrow. Sad, Mara. Hello, Cabbage. How can I help you? Actually, I'm just about to close up here, so please make it quick. I'm here on behalf of the police, and I was hoping you could have an answer. You could answer a few questions. I see. Well, I don't mind as long as you make it quick. I have my other job soon. Mara, what are you still doing here? I already told you have to come back tomorrow. Here, have a lolly on the house. I guess she doesn't want it. What's the deal with her? I'm not sure what's up with her lately. This isn't the first time that this has happened. One time the doctor forgets to issue a new prescription. Another time she brings me an expired one instead of a new one. She isn't exactly the brightest, but this is unusual even for her. So, what did you want to know? Right, we could, you wanted to go to the store like Doppel. Are you also wanting to follow Clara, like Doppel wanted to follow? You could stay and interrogate, Jean. Going to be assuming that you want to follow Mara. Actually, excuse me. Sorry, but we'll have to do this another time. If you say so. Luckily, she hadn't gotten too far, so I followed her from a distance. Minutes passed as we walked down the streets, weaving through an unfamiliar part of town. The young dragon looked small and lonely on the empty road. Before long, we passed the village border, yet she pressed on and stepped into the forest. I turned back once my gaze at the village on the far. I turned back once to gaze at the village on the far horizon, and in an instant, the dragon was gone. I rushed to the spot where I had last seen her and found an entrance to a cave on a hillside. When I peered inside, I saw Vera alongside a much larger orange dragon. The small dragon filled a bowl with a thick fluid and placed it in front of the other. She then placed her hand on the large dragon's chin. Gently, she lifted its huge muzzle and guided it towards the bowl. But when she released it, the dragon's head slumped and fell into the liquid. The bowl tumbled sideways and spilled its contents across the cave floor. I realized then that, other than what Vera had done, the orange dragon hadn't moved at all since I arrived. How did you even find out about this? I could tell something was off, so I followed her. I see. Well, good job, Cabbage. What's going to happen to her now? She'll be sent to the orphanage. The background check determined that she had a father, but the two hadn't seen each other in years. Can't you locate him? We did. Rez's second victim, the maintenance guy. That was him. I see. How did it even get this far? I don't know. I will certainly look into it. Some just fall through the cracks of the system. Being out here on their own probably didn't help. Do many of you people live outside the town like this? Well, some do it on principle, others because they have no other choice. Houses and apartments can be expensive, and it's not unusual for us to use natural environments as our homes. Alright, I think we're done here for now. Don't forget to stop by the department later. I won't. Excuse me. He says to not forget about dropping by the department, and that's exactly where we're going next. Phew, it's getting late. I better head to the police station now. Do I have everything? Alright, let's see what Sebastian will say to this. There you are, Cabbage. It seems to me that you've taken a liking to Bryce's chair. Maybe. I could get used to this. Don't tell Bryson. By the way, good job calling the police when you heard Rez. It's too bad that he got away again, but maybe a witness will come forward and we'll find out what happened. Now, let's take a look at what you've got for me. The witness report from Anna is good. Nothing new to us, but it's nice to have her statement in writing. You did great today, Cabbage. The police department is glad to have you on our side. You saved that little girl. As far as I'm concerned, nothing else you could have done would have mattered as much. Good job, Cabbage. I do what I can. Now, I know your help is greatly appreciated, believe me, especially since we're so short on staff right now. That'll be all for today. I'll contact you if we need anything. Of course. See you next time. See ya. Alright, so that brings us into who do we want to see first, and considering the time, we should be cutting it off either now, or we have time for one more thing. So I will, actually we'll be getting a message here. Looks like there's some messages on the answering machine. Let's see. It's payday, Cabbage. Excuse me, I'm gonna need some water. The tests are ready. The machines are ready. The lab is free. Only one more thing is needed to get this party started, and that would be you. Cutting it now is okay? Alright. So you don't want to go check on Remy real quick? So you better bring your body to me, or else I'll have to come and get it myself. In which case, I won't be able to guarantee your safety. I hope you aren't afraid of needles. She's going all out, isn't she? Yes, she sounds so malicious. Alright, so I guess we'll make the save and the cut here. fact, let's go back so we can hear the answering message again. Anna behind cabbage, gloves snapping. Wow. Alright, so let's make the save right here so we can get the answering message. And then we'll go check on Remy first, and then we'll go check on Hannah. In fact, I'm actually curious if getting a bad status with Remy coming up would actually make a difference to Anna's third chapter here at the same time. That'd be curious. Fair enough, Doppel. Yeah, I'm gonna be, we could either just grab Remy real quick or just cut her off here, but if we want to cut it off here, that's fine. I'll actually just be going back to Factorio after this. Just getting my base fully automated with trains and fuels. And lots of pollution. We can leave this next time, fair enough. The rate we're going, we have about 2 more scenes with Anna. Or sorry, 2 more weeks with Anna. And then we'll actually be done her good ending and move on to Lorem. And then there'll be another surprise in another 10 weeks from now-ish. I'm sure everybody knows what the surprise is, though. Alright, so that being said, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day. And we'll otherwise see you again next time. And Doppel, I don't know when you're streaming next exactly. Yes, drive home quick for another Factorio stream. Not a problem, Doppel. Again, I hope you all enjoyed, so see you later, everyone.